Have you ever just stopped and thought about the absolute miracle it is that you're even here? I mean, the incredible, microscopic dance that had to happen for you to exist, it's just mind-blowing. It's a story that plays out inside our bodies every single day. So today, we're going to go on that journey and really understand the amazing biological blueprint that makes every single one of us possible.
Let's start with a number that might just blow your mind. 3,000. That's the average number of days a person with a uterus will menstruate in their lifetime. Now, to put that into perspective, that's over 8 years. It's a huge, fundamental part of the human experience, and really, understanding it is the key to understanding where we all come from. And this just flips the whole script, doesn't it? This process isn't some inconvenience. It is literally the foundation of our existence. Without this cycle, none of us, not you, not me, would be here. It's the biological engine that actually powers human life itself. So, where does this incredible story even begin? Well, it all kicks off with this sort of biological alarm clock we call puberty. This is that time of incredible transformation, when our bodies get the signal to start preparing for adulthood and for the potential of creating new life down the road. You know, during puberty, it can feel like everything is happening all at once. We shoot up in height, hair starts showing up in new places, and bodies just start changing shape. For those with ovaries, that often means breasts develop and hips get wider. And let's be real, it can be a total emotional roller coaster. And of course, this is when menstruation usually makes its first appearance, typically sometime between the ages of 8 and 16.
Okay, so to really get how this all works, we need to look at the body's blueprint. You know, the incredible internal systems that make all of this possible. So let's dive in and explore the key parts of both the female and male reproductive anatomy.
All right, first up, let's take a look at the female reproductive system. It's this super intricate system with two main jobs, making eggs in the ovaries and providing a safe, cozy home in the uterus for a new life to grow. And those fallopian tubes, they're like the pathway connecting the two. Let's see how all these parts work together.
Right at the center of it all is the uterus. It's this powerful muscular organ, usually only about the size of your fist. But here's the magic trick. It has this unbelievable ability to stretch and expand to hold a full-term baby. And then it provides the incredible force needed for childbirth. It is an absolute powerhouse, no question.
And then we have the ovaries. Now get this, a person is born with all the eggs they will ever have. We're talking hundreds of thousands of them, stored right here. The ovaries kind of take turns, and about once a month, one of them releases a single mature egg, which sets the entire stage for the rest of the monthly cycle.
Okay, now for the other half of this amazing equation, the male reproductive system. Its whole design is focused on an equally vital job, producing and delivering the sperm that's needed to fertilize an egg.
The key players here are the testicles. They're held in a pouch of skin called the scrotum, and their entire job is to produce sperm. And we're talking millions of them. But what's really cool is that the scrotum acts like this clever built-in thermostat. It automatically moves the testicles closer to or farther from the body just to keep them at the perfect temperature to produce healthy sperm. How smart is that?
So now that we've met the key players, let's see how they all work together in this incredible dance. It's time to decode the menstrual cycle, that monthly rhythm that orchestrates the entire process, all in preparation for a potential pregnancy.
So, this cycle is going on all month long. And while we often hear about a typical 28-day cycle, it's so important to know that everybody is different. A totally healthy, normal cycle can be anywhere from 21 to 35 days long. The main thing is that it's this repeating pattern of preparation and renewal.
We can actually break this whole process down into 4 main phases, which makes it way easier to understand. First up is menstruation itself. Then, the uterine lining builds right back up. After that comes the main event, ovulation, when an egg is released. And finally, the uterine lining just kind of waits around to see if that egg gets fertilized. Let's walk through each one. So phase 1 is menstruation, which you probably know as your period. If an egg doesn't get fertilized, that thick, nutrient-rich lining the uterus built up isn't needed anymore, so the body just sheds it. That's what causes the bleeding, and it's a completely natural process and a really clear sign of a healthy reproductive system.
As soon as the period ends, the body gets right back to work. Seriously, no time off. In phase 2, a rush of hormones tells the uterus to build a brand new, soft, cushiony lining. At the same time, an egg starts maturing in one of the ovaries, getting ready for its big moment.
And that brings us to phase 3, ovulation. This is the moment we've been waiting for. The mature egg is released from the ovary and starts its journey down the fallopian tube. This little window of time, just a few days around ovulation, is when pregnancy is actually possible.
All right, let's bring this all home. We've got the systems in place, the cycle is in motion. So what happens if the timing is just right for a new life to begin?
Well, if intercourse happens around ovulation, it kicks off this absolutely incredible race. Millions of sperm start their journey, their one mission, find that single egg waiting in the fallopian tube. And against all odds, if just one single sperm succeeds, fertilization happens. This brand new cell then travels back to the uterus, snuggles into that soft lining, and a new life has officially begun.
And here's just a fun fact to end on a high note. Think about it. Out of millions of sperm that started the race, only one made it. On a biological level, your life literally began with a victory. You are the product of the fastest sperm, which officially makes you a winner from day one.
So, when you step back and look at the whole picture, it's so clear. The menstrual cycle isn't a burden. It's this sophisticated, powerful blueprint for life. It's a monthly sign of health and vitality. Which really leaves us with a final thought to chew on. What could change if we all started seeing this process not as some secret to be hidden, but as the source of power it truly is?